In recent years, the cost of a college education has risen sharply to the tune of about 300% above the rate of inflation. With the increase in debt, students have been left with no choice but to take out large loans in hopes of earning a college degree that will propel them into the future.
I'm 19 years old. I'm a communications major, and I'm probably up to $40,000 in debt by now. And it'll be like 60, maybe 70 by the time I graduate.
But this increase in debt has not been easy for students and their families to handle. Many find themselves on the brink, with the slightest increases leading to harsh consequences down the line.
The schools canceled my classes winter quarter and spring quarter this year because my loans didn't come in on time. So I got dropped from all my classes and had to pink slip into all new classes after I had already made my schedule. And they shut off my meals, so for a week I didn't have meals. They were threatening to kick me out of my dorm, and I wasn't in any of my classes that I needed to be in.
While universities have cited a lack of state funding in recent years, others believe the root of the problem lays within how the schools themselves budget the money that they do have.
We need to actually focus enough on the student experience rather than having a president and a football coach who make nearly as much, if not more, than the President of the United States.
Students are now starting to speak out, demanding more of a voice on how the university approaches its budget and costs. Through new organizations, students are looking to take more control over their educations and, more importantly, the cost of it.
Student input is on a suggested basis. They get to go in there and they get to give their opinion, but nobody actually has to listen to them. The Ohio Student Union, which is a newly formed coalition of students all throughout the state of Ohio who are fighting for more student power.
Regardless of the changes to come, debt facing students is now unavoidable, and they are going to great lengths to minimize it any way they can.
My other friends, some of them have had to transfer schools or go back home and go to community college because the debt's too much.
The mounting debt is adding up nationwide and will undoubtedly force changes in the economic environment of the United States in both the near and distant future.
So if we have all these people with all of this loan debt and they can't pay it back, even though that doesn't directly affect me because I'm not the one that has so much of the debt, it is going to affect everyone in the country, because if all of these people have all of this debt and they can't pay it back, that's bad for the economy. And that could cause a larger scale portion of the economy to collapse.
Until changes are made, college hopefuls have little choice but to take on the debt to cover the costs schools are demanding. This means students are going to have to truly make the most of their time on campus to avoid a potential lifetime of debt down the road.
The best thing I can do is just try to get out of here as fast as I can. I'm trying not to stick around. I've worked my ass off to graduate a year and a half early, so that's a year and a half worth of student loans that I'm not going to have to worry about.